Hi, this is Moramati, and I'm going to walk you through the steps for some different functions that there are in Blackboard Collaborate Ultra. So this is the Blackboard course that I created for the online teaching class that I'm in, and I'm in group 8, and so I have the tab for the 10-minute class, and then I actually have this tab here left over from 4th quarter after we went to distance learning for Collaborate Ultra, so I'm going to click on that, but just in case any of my students, my teacher students in this class needed the link, I also posted the link here for them to see it. So when I click onto that link, it brings me here to the Blackboard Collaborate Ultra. I already set up a link, so I can just click on that. And then I can say join session. Once I'm in there are going to be a couple of things that we need to know how to do. And one of them is creating a breakout room. I'm actually not going to share my video because I'm recording on a Snagit. I don't have any students in here anyway right now. So I'm going to come over here to the control panel, and to create a breakout room, I'm going to say breakout rooms. And then since I'm the only student in here, that I'm the only one listed here, but it set up group 1 and group 2 already. If I wanted to create like another group, I could click on those 3 dots next to my name and then say create new group, and then that throws me down into group 3. If I don't want to be in group 3, I can put myself back into the main room, and then now I have 3 groups. But maybe I'm doing something and I want them to be named something different, so I could name them like a divergent boundary group if we were doing an activity on, say, plate tectonics. Convergent boundary group, and transform boundary group. And once I have my groups however I want them, I could actually allow attendees to switch groups if I wanted to. I don't really want to. And then I can either put the students into the groups myself, or I can have it be sort of randomized. And once I'm ready, I hit start. So now I am still in the main room, and if I wanted to pop in on the divergent boundary group, I click this button over here, and then it's going to reconnect me, and now I'm in the divergent boundary group. And so I could talk to these students for a little while, and then if I wanted to jump into the other group, I just click on that little icon on the right hand side, and now I'm being moved into the convergent boundary group. When I feel like enough time has passed for the groups to have completed their task, and I want to bring everybody back to the main room, I'm going to click on this stop icon here on the top right hand side, and that's going to bring all of the students back to the main room. Now say that I want to show a PowerPoint to my students while I'm in the main room. What I'm going to do is click on this icon right here with the arrow that goes to the right, and then I'm going to say share files. Now I can only share PowerPoints or PDFs, so I have to be aware of that and be a little bit prepared. So I did actually already upload the earthquakes, but just to show how I did that, I click add files. It's going to bring me to my my computer files, and I want to click on to say the earthquake one. I'll click on it and I'll say okay. It can sometimes take like a little bit to load, so it's good to do this before class if you can. There's a way here, if you have the file in, to remove the file if you want to, or rename the file. That's up to you. But once it's loaded, you click on it, and then it's going to actually open up you click on it and then you say share now. It's going to open up each individual slide, but to show it you have to click on that first slide, and then it's going to put it here on your screen, and it'll put it there also for your students. When you're done sharing your PowerPoint slide, you want to click Stop Sharing here in the top right-hand corner. And just to note, I'm actually recording with Snagit just because I'm comfortable with it. I've used it before. But if you wanted to actually record your Blackboard Ultra session, you would click here and say Start Recording. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing that because the next thing that I want to show is, well, it says share your screen, which is what I sort of feel like. Okay. So if I actually want to share my screen, like say I wanted to show this other tab over here, then what I would do is say share application, and when I click on this, I'm going to say share, and then it's going to look really, really weird until I click over, and my understanding is then that this weirdness will stop. That's what we were taught in class, that as long as we go over there, then the students will be able to see the correct thing. All right, so next up, we want to give quick feedback. So if I want to give quick feedback to the group, then I would come down here and I could just click on these emojis and I could be like thumbs up, yay, and then I have to hit enter, and that gives the whole group like a thumbs up or a smiley face or something like that. If I want to send a message to the entire group, I want to make sure that I'm sending it right here to the entire group, and it's like, here is a message for the whole group. But say I'm working with other moderators, or I just want to send a message to like a single student, which I don't have students in here right now, but I would click here on moderators, and then I would be like, oh, this message is only for moderators. And then I can sort of click back and forth between those chats right here. All right, so how is it that you remove a student? So again, I don't have any students in right now, but if you come down here to attendees, if you'd have a list of all of your students here and you want to click on these little attendee controls. Mine doesn't have it because I'm the moderator, but when you click on that, you'd be able to see a button that says remove student and remove them there. If I wanted to use my whiteboard, I'm going to go over there to the share controls again, and then there's something that says share a blank whiteboard. All right, yeah, so I've shared my whiteboard. This is the pointer, this is a dragger, this is a pencil. It's not like super useful because your writing comes out so bad, and I'm not a very good drawer either on a whiteboard, but you have like different shapes that you can put in if you want to. This text is what I would be more likely to use, and so say I wanted to type something with the text, I would say here is what I have to say. And then actually, if I wanted to resize that because it was too small, I would click over here on the cursor, click on the text, grab the corner of it, and you can make it bigger, and then you can also like rotate it and you can make it whatever size you want. So that's a whiteboard. When I'm done with the whiteboard, I would click stop sharing in the top right hand corner, and then nobody can see it anymore. All right, which leads us to the last task that you'd like us to show you that we can do, and that is turning on and off student permissions. So to do that, you come over here to settings, and this is actually useful for teachers too. Like sometimes they tell me they can't stand all the pinging noise, and so you can unclick all of these like audio notifications, because sometimes it's really annoying whenever anybody posts something in the chat. It's like ping, ping, ping. And in our faculty meetings recently, that can get really stressful with the content that we've been talking about in faculty meetings. That's like not relaxing. So I usually click those off. But for students, what you want to do is you want to come over here, and you can do this at the beginning of your session. You can click on or off share audio, share video, post chat, or draw on the whiteboard. The chat is useful because sometimes you might forget that you're muted or something like that, and if the students are allowed to chat that to you, it can be a useful thing. So I usually don't turn that off. I usually don't turn off the share video either, but I think like they do that in our faculty meetings. So maybe when they get really big or something like that. I don't know. All right. So those are all the different things that you can do in Blackboard Collaborate. And thanks for listening. All right. Bye-bye.